What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, up bright and early. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here. I'm back to work. It's got my schedule all messed up. But I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video for you guys. I'm going to show you guys some cards that I'm going to try to cross over from BGS to PSA. I also want to discuss with you guys what I'm going to be doing at 400 subscribers. And I also received a mystery box from Topps. Now, I've ordered multiple things from Topps, so I'm not really sure what I'm expecting in this box. But yeah, we'll get into that. So sit back, relax, give me a few minutes, and I'll be right back to do it. What's up, guys? Flippin' Steve, welcome back. And like I said in the intro, I'm going to show you guys some cards that I'm going to attempt to cross over from BGS to PSA. Hopefully get some 9.5s turned into some PSA 10s. I also am going to talk about our 400 subscriber benchmark coming up. And I'm also going to show you a mystery box that I got from Topps. I'm not really sure what's in it. First of all, small disclaimer. It's early in the morning. I live in a busy part of the neighborhood. So if you hear any weird or strange noises, it's just real life going on around me, guys. So I'm not going to edit that kind of stuff out. I'm just a regular guy shooting hobby videos, and I'm not like a production manager. And before we get into this, let's talk about the subscribers. You guys have been awesome. I've had the support. We've gone over 350. We're going towards 400 as we march to 400. And I wouldn't be where I'm at already without all of you guys watching my videos and coming back to check in on my new content. And also, you guys could help me out, pass the word along. Let's march towards 400. Let's bash through it. With the growth to the channel, the more things we can do together, and the more stuff I can offer to you guys. So let's be a team and keep on trucking. So with all that stuff out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a few cards that I'm hoping to get a higher return on investment by crossing them over to PSA. And if you're not familiar with what that is you can buy a graded card from a graded company, and you can either snap the case and resubmit it and hope that it gets a higher grade, or you can just send it in the case that it's in hopes that another grading company will up the grade for you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send in a bunch of BGS 9.5s. And one of my investment strategies is to sometimes look for BGS 9.5s that have really strong subgrades. Because in a lot of cases, if you have really, really strong subgrades, you can get those crossed over to PSA 9s or PSA 10s, I'm sorry. And you can get PSA 10s at a fraction of the cost, just by buying 9.5s and resubmitting them. It's going to cost you a submission fee. It's going to take a little bit of time, but for me, for longer term investments, which all these cards are, a lot of times it can really be worth it. So I'm going to show you a couple cards. The first three are going to be football cards. Two of them are 1998 Bowman Peyton Mannings. One of them is the Bowman base, and one of them is the Bowman Interstate. This is just a parallel of this card. They're both BGS 9.5s. They both have subgrades of 9.5 on the centering, edges, and corners, and they both have a subgrade of 10 on the surface. So I think these are both solid candidates for crossing over to a PSA 10. I think I have a better chance on the Bowman base, because when I look over the Bowman Interstate, it could have possibly a soft left corner, not a bad left corner. BGS still gave it 9.5 on corners, but the upper left corner, if PSA was to nitpick something, that's where it would be. And they tend to focus more on corners and surfaces than centering. PSA tends to be more lenient on centering. But again, I'm going to submit these, and another strategy is I'm going to use is I'm going to submit multiples. And if I get half or a third of them back as PSA 10s, it'll be worth my while to do it. So I'm going to submit a couple cards that I don't think will be crossed, like this Peyton Manning here, just because I think it'll probably increase my chances of getting some of my cards crossed. And there's a couple key cards that I want to have in here crossed One of the key cards that I definitely want to try to have crossed and bumped up to a PSA 10 is the Bowman Chrome Base Peyton Manning rookie card. This one again has 9.5s all the way around, except it has a 10 on the surface. So I believe this is a really good candidate for PSA 10. Although this card is highly protected by PSA, if you go into the pop reports, there are tons of submissions of this card, and only about 20% of them in the pop report are PSA 10s. So this is a protected card, so it could be another case where PSA just won't cross this for me, you know, for that simple fact. Another card that I would really like to have hit that 10 mark, and this is one of the ones that I don't have high hopes on, is this Kobe Bryant SGC 10. I'm thinking with it being an SGC that PSA may not cross it for me. You know, it might be an ego thing, may not be an ego thing, but they'll probably find a reason. When I look at this card, to me it looks absolutely flawless. I've looked this, now I can't look at it out of the case, of course, but the corners are super sharp. The centering is solid, especially by PSA standards. The edges, the only thing I can't really see is the surface. You know, within a case, I can't get like a good light on the surface, but this card is a really good looking card. I would hope that PSA would cross it to a 10. It would almost come close to doubling the value. Right now in an SGC, this is about $1,000 card. In a PSA, it's about anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 card. So it would be a nice crossover if it could happen, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. The next one is another one that I don't think they'll cross, but I'm throwing this in here, you know, just to gamble and to just add cards to this submission in hopes that they deny a couple, but they grant me a few. This one is a 9.5 True Gem Upper Deck MVP rookie card of LeBron James. All the subgrades are 9.5. So with no 10 subgrades in there, PSA may not cross it, although they could. The centering might be a little right to left. That could be why I got a 9.5 from Beckett. But then again, PSA again is a little more lenient on centering. This one I don't necessarily, you know, expect to get crossed to a 10, and don't even know if I want it crossed to it. I mean, if they cross it to a 10, great, but I would rather for them to cross, you know, some of these other cards. There's 3 cards in here that I really want crossed. The Peyton Manning that I already showed you, the Kobe Bryant, and another one coming up. So I'm throwing in a couple other in here just in hopes that if they deny me a few, they'll at least give me a few big crosses. Next up is the 2003 Topps Dwayne Wade rookie card, another card that's gaining steam, another long-term hold. You know, he's a couple years from the Hall of Fame. This one is 9.5 subs all the way around with 10 on the centering. So it's a great looking card. I've looked over it, you know, inside the case. It looks really crispy, and I don't see where PSA would find any flaws to where they wouldn't cross it for me, other than the fact that it's PSA and they may not want to turn a BGS 9.5 into a PSA 10. You know, sometimes it could be an ego thing, or depends on the grader. Maybe the grader's too lazy to bust it out of the case and, you know, re-slab it for me. Who knows? But that's another one. And the final card that I really want to have crossed over, the Kobe Bryant, the Peyton Manning, and this Steph Curry 2009-10 UD Star Rookies. This is the first edition. It's got 2 10 subs, one on the centering, one on the surface, and 9.5 on the corners and the edges. This card looks really sharp, even on the gray corners, and I really looked those gray corners over again myself, and they look really good. This, to me, should have a really high chance. I would be disappointed if this one didn't get crossed to a 10. I don't find any reason why it wouldn't be, as far as condition goes. So there you go. The Curry I really want to have crossed. That's one of my top. The Kobe, which I'm not expecting the Kobe to be crossed, but it would be great if it is. And the Peyton Bowman. The Peyton Bowman gets a huge boost in value if it crosses to a PSA 10. The Bowman Chrome, that is. And then the others, the Dwayne Wade, the LeBron, and the 2 other Peytons. I'm going to submit all these. If I can get 3 out of the 7 to come back, crossed, I'll definitely get my money's value. If I get 3 of any of these crossed, I'll get my money back in value big time. And if I get any one of those 3 out there crossed, it'll just be extra juicy bonus on top. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the 400 subscriber giveaway. If you guys have been keeping up with my videos, you know I've been talking about think of a card, keep it in your head, keep it a secret, don't tell anybody. Well, now's the time. What I want you guys to do is think of a card, you know, from the $50 to $100 budget. It could be less, it could be, you know, but up to $100. It doesn't have to be a specific card. You can list a specific card. It can just be a player, you know, just, you know, a card that you wouldn't mind having. And what I want you to do, I want you to put it in the comments along with a couple other things. And this is what I need everybody to do to qualify. I need everybody to follow these directions. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I want you to put the card in the comments along with my favorite Major League Baseball team, my favorite National Football League team, and my favorite National Basketball Association team. So my favorite baseball team, my favorite football team, and my favorite basketball team. I want you to put those 3 things along with the card that you would like in the comments. And if you've been rolling with me for a long time, then these answers should be easy, because I've put stuff in all my videos about my favorite teams. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and you're gonna have to go back and catch up on some content and try to find the answer. Those 3 things: my favorite football team, my favorite baseball team, my favorite basketball team. And that's what I need everybody to do. And at 400 subscribers, I'll let you guys know what I'm gonna do with that. And it'll be the comments from this video. So make sure you're doing it on this video, and make sure you got the notifications on so you know when I make more announcements. And now it's time to go ahead and get into this Topps mystery box, guys. This arrived on my porch today, or yesterday. It is 4 a.m. now, almost 5 a.m. I'm not sure 100% what it is. I know what some of the stuff is that I ordered from Topps. I got some Project 2020 stuff, but not much of it. You know, a couple Cal Ripkens. I think I might have fell victim to the Griffey Jr. that was really mass produced. But I've also bought some packs and some soccer sets and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure what this is at all. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut into it, and you guys are going to find out with me the same time that I find out. Because I wanted to wait and share this with you guys rather than open it by myself. I may have to pull it off camera just because it's a big box. I don't have a lot of space. Of course, it's going to be semi-difficult. Some packing, and I can kind of see what this is in here. It may not be any of the Project 2020s, which I want to see a Project 2020. I actually want to have one held in my hand and see what the cards actually look like before I buy more. I want to see if they're really, really good looking. I'm not really sold on the set. I'm buying the Cal Ripkens. There's a reason why I'm buying the Cal Ripkens, and that's pretty much it. Also Tony Gwynn's, because I like Tony Gwynn. But it looks like this is all I have. This is all I have here. Not as exciting as I wish it would have been for you guys. What I have here is 2 sets, and they're the same thing. They're the exact same thing. And they're a soccer set that was released by Topps. There was only 20 bucks a set. They sold out pretty quickly, as they're sold out now, and now these things are being sold on eBay for like 2 and 3 times of what they were selling for on the Topps website. But it's a Topps Bundesliga set for, I believe it's Dortmund, and it's going to have a lot of your really popular young soccer players in it. It's going to have like one of the first cards of Erling Haaland, who is right here. I'm just getting into the soccer market, so I'm learning about these guys, but he's an up-and-coming future star. Jadon Sancho over here is another one. I'm not really sure, and I'm probably going to get wrecked in the comments, but I'm not really sure who the guy is out front. But yeah, it's got some of the highly collectible younger players in this set, and also 1 in every 20 of these sets, I believe, you have the chance to pull an auto. The 1 in every 20 sets has a autograph inserted into it. So one of mine may, or it may not, and I probably won't ever find out, at least for a long time, because I don't plan on opening these. The Haaland is already selling on eBay for a decent price just for the single itself. Is selling for more than the entire set was selling on the Topps website. Shout out to the Facebook group. A couple guys in the Facebook group are in the soccer. We're talking about this set. Tony, if you watched the video, Tony, shout out to you. I know you brought this set up, and he was encouraging people to buy it, and it definitely looks like it's going to end up being a good investment. So wish I had some Topps Project 2020 to show you guys. I guess next time I get a Topps box, it'll be more exciting. But maybe you're into soccer and you think that the soccer sets are pretty cool also. So that's all I got for you guys. I've actually got to get ready and go to work early this morning. But wish me luck on my Peyton Manning and on my Kobe and on my Steph Curry and on these here. Make sure you comment on the video. Tell me who my favorite basketball team is, my favorite baseball team is, and my favorite football team is. And tell me your secret card. And yeah, guys, have a good day, and good luck in your investing, and I'll see you later.